During her first semester at her dream school, her life was changed forever by a disease she knew nothing about. What started as flu-like symptoms was something much more serious.
I was cold, I was in a lot of pain, I was shivering down to my bones, and I definitely knew something was up. When I was learning that I had meningitis, I think I was just in shock that meningitis could actually lead to the situation that I was in. I was in a bed, not capable of lifting my arms, and watching my body basically decay in front of me, and that's what meningitis is. I didn't know that it could lead to that. I didn't know how serious it was, and I didn't do anything to help protect myself from getting this disease.
While rare, meningitis is an acute inflammation of our body's meninges. These are the protective membranes covering the brain and spinal cord. Meningococcal meningitis is caused by exposure to a bacteria that about 1 in 10 young adults carry, usually without symptoms, and may spread to others. It is rare for the bacteria to invade the body and cause disease, but about 1% of those who carry the bacteria develop the disease.
Meningitis is a rare but can be a very dangerous and deadly disease. And in those who are lucky enough to survive, 1 in 5 can be left with lifelong serious complications, things like losing limbs, hearing loss, brain damage, seizures, skin scarring, and kidney damage. There are 5 serogroups of meningococcal meningitis that are vaccine preventable. They come in letters, and their letters are A, C, W, Y, and B.
Since 2005, there has been a vaccine to help provide protection against 4 of those groups, A, C, W, and Y. Since late 2014, there has been a second vaccine available to help provide protection against Group B meningitis.
I want to be a voice when no one has really spoken about it, at least not to me, because I never heard anything about meningitis or what it could lead to. I mean, definitely my family and friends were all impacted and they all know about meningitis, but what about everyone else? Everyone has the right to definitely know about this information. So I want to help people into realizing that, to start speaking to their doctors and to make sure that they are also proactive in receiving the vaccines. My goal now is to make sure that every young person and their parents know about the 2 different vaccines that are available to help protect against the 5 vaccine preventable groups.
People who are at risk for meningitis are people who are adolescents and young adults, for example, who are around other people, in close contact with other people, just like Jamie. This is a bacteria that's spread from person to person, and that's the exposure, and that's the risk factor. It's being an adolescent and a young adult. So why do you need the B vaccine? The reason is that B is responsible for about 1/3 of all cases of meningitis that occur in our adolescents and young adults.
We'd like to think that as parents, when we send our kids to college, they'll come home with a good education. Sometimes, though, unfortunately, they can learn hard lessons that they didn't expect, like Jamie did. A little education and some knowledge about the vaccines available can help to prevent the hard lesson of meningitis. Talk to your doctor about meningitis vaccination.